Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 2. What's good? Welcome to the Monthly Geek Gather, where I show off all the nerdy goodies that I picked up in the past months. Playing some catch-up just in time to fall behind again. Anyway, there's a lot to go over, so it's time to start the lightning round.
Are you ready?
Starting off with December pickups, we got Volume 2 of Dungeon People, Volume 3 of Colorless, and Volume 4 of Blue Lock. Next is Volume 4 of Alice in Borderland, Volume 7 of Fist of the North Star, and Volume 8 of Uzuki, which no longer has the race covers. Continuing with Volume 12 of Blood on the Tracks, Volume 18 of Jujutsu Kaisen, and Volume 22 of Komi. Also, Volume 22 of Shiryuki Hime. Volumes 1 and 2 of Shadow's House. Volumes 8 and 10, completing The Girl from the Other Side. Volumes 6, 11, and 12 of Black Lagoon, which is now up to date. Volumes 4, 11, 12, 13, and 14 of Fly Me to the Moon, which would be up to date if there wasn't more volumes later on in this video. There was a huge Sentai Filmworks sale, so I went a little ham on buying Blu-rays. Hunter x Hunter 7, which is the only non-Sentai Filmworks. Golden Time. Parasite. Dusk Maiden of Amnesia. Chihaya Furu, Seasons 1, 2, and 3. Snafu, which included all 3 seasons. Ascendance of a Bookworm, Moribito, Kokoro Connect, and Flying Witch. Lastly, for December was the Komi Nendoroid, which I decided to display in the very iconic wide-eyed and cat-eared pose. Next is January. Here we go. Volume 1 of Oshinoko, Helk, and Pandora 7. Next is Before Chainsaw Man and Volume 2 of Dandadan and My Happy Marriage. Keeping going with Volume 2 of Blue Box, Volume 3 of Sakurai-san, and Volume 5 of Kaiju number 8. Volume 5 of Record of Ragnarok and Kubo, as well as Volume 7 of Frerin. Continuing with Volume 7 of My Dress Up Darling, Volume 10 of Mob, and Volume 13 of Vinland Saga. Finally, for manga, there's Volume 15 of Fly Me to the Moon, and Volume 25 of Noragami. I got Power, who I tried to get as close to her intro stance as I could. Keeping things in theme, I also got Denji, which this Nendoroid figure just looks absolutely badass, super well done. I did end up removing the tongue. This is the Pop-Up Parade Guts figure. The quality to price point on this figure is fantastic. The pose is right off the Volume 28 cover, and it just is perfect. February saw some huge pickups, starting with Volume 1 of Chojin X, Volume 3 of Rooster Fighter, and Volume 3 of Miss Maizen. Volume 5 of Blue Lock, Volume 7-8 Omnibus of Tokyo Revengers, and Volume 11 of Flying Witch. Volume 17 of Bakemonogatari. Volume 23 of Komi and Shirayuki, still strutting along together. Volume 28 of Golden Kamuy. Then I got the third box set for Seven Deadly Sins. Volume 18 is a little wider than normal, and I even tried to order another time, but still the same issue. And finally, after over a year of waiting for this One Piece box set, I got my hands on it, but we all know it doesn't stop with this box set. There's more to come. I bought the Year of the Rabbit 3 Mystery Nendoroid deal off Good Smile for 50 bucks. The only takeaway for me was the Natsume figure. A bunch of other Nendoroids also arrived, including Sans, Korra, Draken, and Ramathal. Ramathal has a wicked awesome hat design. It's best you just keep it on all the time though. And her pose, I decided to... Yeah, so this arm piece is crazy fragile, and I broke it when trying to pose the figure. I just used some white sticky tack to hold it in place for the video, and I used some glue afterward to fix it back up. I really like how the Korra figure came with all the elements to surround her with. And of course, Sans is so powerful he doesn't need a stand. Finally, March pickups. Volume 1 of Insomniacs After School, Volume 3 of Blue Box, and Volume 3 of Shadow's House. Continuing with Volume 5 of Alice in Borderland, Volume 6 of Kubo, and Volume 8 of Fist of the North Star. Keeping up with Volume 9 of Spy Family, Volume 10 of Soul Eater, and Volume 16 of Fly Me to the Moon. I told you there was going to be more volumes in this video. Rounding off with Volume 19 of Jujutsu Kaisen, Volume 21 of Slime, and Volume 38 of Yona of the Dawn. Metroid Prime Remastered was a no-brainer pickup, so I'm glad to have that in my collection. Finally, for the month, we had a couple Nendoroids come in. I got Demon Nezuko, the action kicking pose. I got Aang from Avatar. He's in his classic air scooter pose position. Then I also got Rico and Prushka, making me very close to having all the Made in Abyss Nendoroids. Rico also avoids some hat hair, unlike a certain other Nendoroid. that wraps up this overdue Geek Gather. As always, be sure to tell me what merch you picked up in the comments below. Thanks for watching.